Howdy and welcome back to Carew Hall. This is OLMA Basketball on BFA Sports Reunited. Steve Westcott, I'm Chris Losey. Final game of the regular season. We've got basically a playoff tune-up before the postseason starts. Palmyra is in town. They're a 3 seed. Meanwhile, OLMA is a 9 seed for their postseason match. We'll talk about that against Pinckney School up in Baskin Ridge. But real quick, what does this kind of a matchup mean? It's the last game of the regular season getting into the postseason.
Yeah, you're playing against a 3 seed, as you said, who's 16-9 overall, and it's a good tune-up. That's exactly what it is. It's no gimme in here tonight. Our Lady Mercy Academy is going to have to come and play well. You can't be a look ahead to state tournament time. It's got to be tonight, and they got to be ready and go and enter the tournament with confidence.
Should be a difference. See who's going to be in the lineup that usually won't play. See if Brian Coyle gets an opportunity to see somebody normally that he wouldn't. So for more on that, let's go to our starting lineups and our PA announcer, Bob Burke. Anthem here from Carew Hall, and now Bob Burkholz, the assistant AD here, also serves the public address announcer with the starting lineups tonight for Palmyra first. Their coach is Sean Brady. Where did I get Sean Bradley? Sean Bradley, remember the tall
former NBAer?
Yeah, BYU, 7 foot something,
played for the Sixers.
Zero meat. Right?
Short career due to some injuries, and then had what you would call almost a catastrophic injury as an adult after the NBA.
Yeah.
Some type of bicycle or bicycle accident. If I'm not mistaken, may have even left him in critical condition, but I'm not 100% sure that. But he was involved in a bad accident. I do know.
We'll get our crack staff on that. So number 4 is Amanda Gilmore. That was Angelina Souls. Number 5, number 11, Lauren Gilmore. I think they're related. Number 1 is Ellie McCarron, and number 12 is Kylie Hines, a junior. We now are going to meet and greet the Lady Villagers. Again, 14-10 on the season, and an opportunity on a 9 seed. They'll be on the road for their postseason match at Pinckney School up in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. Yes,
interesting matchup there in a 9-8 game.
Going with the lights.
Our Lady Mercy Academy going to have to travel for a couple hours.
By the way, Coach Sean Brady is standing by to get his fist bump from the opposition. Does he not remind you of like Hawaii and maybe a certain holiday in December?
Well, the gentleman with the shorts and the Hawaiian shirt was actually the JV coach.
Yeah, he's also
the varsity coach is in the huddle with the black zip-up top, but he has shorts on as well. Something about being comfortable, partner. It's a beautiful thing.
All right, so we've got Savannah Prescott, Maddie Bernhardt, look who gets a start for OLMA. So if you look at the starting lineup and you can see how it's basically senior night, and you saw, and speaking of seniors, here comes Angie Dragone. By the way, she is a commit to Catholic University. That was official, and I didn't get a chance to say that, and then I saw her mother, and she said, yeah, it's 2 weeks. She said it was up to a couple Division I schools and here, but does she want to sit the bench or does she want to play? And really, really good move, I think.
Yeah, Catholic U should be a nice spot for her. You know, she'll be able to go in and get some playing time, continue to further her education, and do a good job on the court as well. Your 5 starters for Our Lady Mercy Academy were?
Well, it was Coyle, Bernhardt,
Allison Aldridge.
Aldridge getting the start, right? Then you had Prescott, and we'll see when they come out. So here we go.
Yeah, Prescott, Bernhardt, Coyle, Aldridge, and Dragone.
Right. Last one of the regular season here tonight on BFA. So we're getting ready to get started for OLMA basketball. It's Palmyra and a record of 16-9 overall. But how about this, a 9-1 mark in the Patriot League? And we just got the go-ahead from the officials tonight, Rod Campbell and Al Smith. And we're ready to get it going. And it will be at the tap. Aldridge and Gilmore, and right off the tap, OLMA gets possession, Maddie Bernhardt. So it's, as Steve mentioned, Angie Dragone, Drew Coyle, Savannah Prescott thought about it. Maddie Bernhardt's open. In and out. Rebound, Palmyra.
Palmyra starts defensively in a 2-3 zone. Our Lady Mercy Academy does a good job of picking the top elbow player of that. Prescott to the wing to Bernhardt, just couldn't get the 3 to go down.
Ellie McCarron with the board. And this is Lauren Gilmore. Kelly Hines. Now that's sealed off. That's a Laura Gilmore jumper, no good. Rebound, Dragone. Prescott denied. That was good defense. Laura Gilmore, so a 3 from the corner, and Prescott hits it.
Yeah, good job. Good persistence on the offensive end by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Their persistence pays off in a corner 3 by Prescott.
So we mentioned 34, Allison Aldrich getting a start, and I think that's an example of rewarding her for really good minutes off the bench. But, of course, this is a senior situation, and she's a senior, and the playoffs are next.
Yeah, senior night here was a wonderful night just a couple weeks back on the night they had it. However, unfortunately for Our Lady Mercy Academy, this is the seniors' final home game because, as we stated, they're going to be away in the first round of the state tournament at Pingree.
Prescott pulling in, 5-0.
Yeah, Prescott off to a good start here. Had a wide open look at a 3 in the corner. Got that one to go, filled herself with some confidence, and then knocks down a pull-up 16-footer from the left wing.
2 minutes gone. It's 5-0 OLMA, and off that turnover, they're going to get it back. Again, Palmyra coming in 16-9 overall, 9-1 in the Patriot League.
Yeah, they've suffered from some injuries here of late, and they're not kind of the team they were during the year. However, again, you're going to have to play well in order to beat this team. This isn't just one you come in, go through the motions, and get ready for the tournament and look ahead to the tournament. You're going to have to play tonight. Our Lady Mercy Academy looks like they're out to a good start in doing just that.
Oh, good pass from Prescott, and Dragon can't hit it. 0 for 2 thus far on this trip. Bernhardt's three is good.
Yeah, the release looked good. She was able to, on a Allison Aldridge offensive rebound on the weak side, she gets the rebound, kicks it back out to an open. Bernhardt knocks down a three from the right wing.
Palmyra all discombobulated. That's another unforced error. The turnover will give OLMA possession. They've got an 8-point lead, 2.5 minutes gone in this one. Here on BFA, Chris Losey back with Steve Westcott and the BFA Sports crew here tonight. The final OLMA broadcast of the season. And they are up 8-zip. This is Savannah Prescott facing a double team out
Good
top.
find.
Oh, but the ball movement was better, but Angie Dragon couldn't handle it. Again,
ball movement was really good, partner. Allison Aldridge flashes to the foul line area, which is where we talk about what's such a good spot to beat a zone in. She's able to catch the pass from Coyle. She looks low to play high-low basketball with Dragon and goes through her hands out of bounds.
Out of bounds, and you heard let it go from, I think it was Angie Dragon. So going to Catholic University, that's a pretty good get for that school in Washington.
Yeah, it's a good
What
spot.
are they getting in Angie?
Well, I'll tell you what, they're getting a good post forward. They're getting a young lady that can get shoot the jump shot from 15, 16 feet. She bangs the glass. She attacks the offensive and defensive glass. They're just getting a solid forward in Angie Dragon. And the fact that she's going to a place like Catholic U tells you what kind of kid she is. More importantly, total person and a student athlete of Angie Dragon. They're getting a classic young lady.
On the run out, Ellie McCarron hits the deck, and she's still down. So it's an 8-0 score.
I like Coach Coyle's approach in the start of this game. They picked up full court press, looked like a little 1-2-1-1 or 1-2-2 3-quarter full court press, and Palmyra's had some struggles with it here early in this one.
Karen is okay. So no doubt Coach Brady will go to the bench and sub as opposed to a timeout.
Yeah, unfortunately for Coach Brady and Palmyra High School, this has been way too familiar of a scene. And as of late, we see two kids on the bench with walking boots, and this is a talented team at 16-9 and a 3 seed in their division of the state playoffs.
How about Kelly Hines too, with a knee brace? Sorry, Kylie Hines.
Yep.
You know I'm not wearing the glasses because you got them on your face. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
I think these are mine, partner.
They are yours.
Okay.
Pashkowitz at the line for Palmyra, who comes in to shoot the free throws. And one more for the left-hander. Palmyra gets on the board at the 4:51 mark. 8-1, and now they show a full court press.
Yeah, they're going to come back and press themselves. It looked like a little bit of 2-2-1 there. Full court zone press is that. Our Lady Mercy Academy has no troubles with it, and now on the offensive end.
Bernhardt, Coyle, one more for Prescott in the corner, too strong. There's a board for Angie Dragon, and a reset. Bernhardt pulls up, missed it. Ball on the floor, and there's the whistle and out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know if, partner, if you heard Coach Coyle say use that screen. If Madeline Bernhardt uses Allison Aldrich's screen right away and comes off that screen hard, looking to do something with the basketball and be aggressive, she draws the defender, and that defender then can't close out on Prescott's three. Defender was able to close out on Prescott's three because Bernhardt didn't hit that screen hard enough, and then three contested and the missed shot.
Dragon threw it into traffic, and it was stolen by Lauren Gilmore. 8-1 OLMA, first quarter action here tonight. Three ball from Amanda Gilmore out of bounds, and Pashkowitz can't handle it. So OLMA will get possession up by 7.
You can see the full court press here being applied by Palmyra High School. Good job by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Side-to-side ball movement. Good way to break the zone. No dribble. Do it via the pass.
Good press break. Coyle's open. Missed that. She's 0 for 2. Prescott's got a floorboard. Chased out. Pull up. Got the roll.
Yeah, Prescott's off to a really good start in here tonight. She's got 7 out of 10 along with Bernhardt's 3. And off to a good start, putting herself in the scoring column is Savannah Prescott.
Closing speed from Dragon, but she was going to get there late, so she let it go. And Pashkowitz actually had Hines, but Maddie Bernhardt got in the way, stole the ball, and the foul is in the backcourt on Palmyra.
Yeah, the one thing you can count on night in and night out from Our Lady Mercy Academy is the way they hustle. You're constantly seeing kids being aggressive. You're constantly seeing kids on the floor. You're constantly seeing kids hustle and giving every ounce of energy they have and allowing this Villager basketball team to have every ample opportunity to win night in and night out.
And what's not fair to Brian Coyle in his first year as a head coach here at OLMA, we are, of course, only doing the home games, but we're going to go with what we know as Bernhardt's 3 is short off the front edge and a floorboard. And out comes Palmyra. Angelina Souls, one of the juniors in the starting lineup for Coach Brady. It's Amanda Gilmore in trouble. Souls bails her out. Look at the pressure, too, Steve. Look at the defense.
Yeah, and they do. They D it up.
Dragon thought she had it and lost it. I mean, how about Aldridge getting a piece of that shot? Here's another drive. No good. Palmyra really attacking on the offensive side now, but they come up empty.
Yeah, they did a really good job there on the offensive glass. 2 or 3 offensive rebounds and putbacks, just couldn't get them to go.
And Coyle draws the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line. So back to my original thought. Based on what you have seen here, what grade would you give Brian Coyle for his first year here?
Yeah, Brian Coyle has done a really, really nice job, in my opinion. I mean, you can't really hold it against him, the fact that he didn't beat one of those 4. And when I say one of those 4, we mean the teams they had to play twice in their division, and that's what has accumulated his losses. They're 9-1 outside of their division. I mean, they can beat anybody out there in South Jersey, and we've talked about it. But I mean, they've struggled with Wildwood Catholic, Middle Township, Mainland, and Ocean City, and they're perennial powerhouses in not only the Cape Atlantic League, but South Jersey year in and year out. And to have all of them in the same division made it awfully tough for the Villagers. And let's face it, each one of those 4 other schools mentioned, unfortunately for Olma, those losses accumulated, and that's why they're a 9 seed and not like a 3 or 4 like Palmyra is in their division, which I believe is South Jersey Group 1.
Some full court from Olma, and we're under 2 minutes to go. Lauren Gilmore with a high-pitched call out of bounds, and it will belong to Olma.
Yeah, we were also I was speaking with Coach Coyle prior to the game. So anyway, going back to your first point, then we'll get to that. A grade. I would give, I mean, I don't know how you can't give Coach Coyle an A minus on this year. I know he didn't beat any of those 4, but the bottom line is his kids come night in and night out, like I just talked about with their hustle. They play for him. Right. They've gotten better night in and night out as the years progressed. And when your kids react to what you want and they get better night in and night out and leave it all on the floor, as a head coach, that's all you can ask. You give yourself every ample opportunity to win. The players have done that. Coach Coyle's done a really nice job here at Our Lady Mercy Academy in his first year.
Travel on Savannah Prescott. Only the Villagers' second turnover of the quarter, which has 1:25 to go. And that's Sauls. Shout out from Pashkowitz is no good.
Good outlet.
Dragon ahead. Coyle back to the line.
Yeah, that's a really good outlet pass. Defensive rebound obtained by Dragon. We talk about how she can rebound with anyone around. She got a defensive rebound right there, threw a 2-handed over-the-head pass out in transition to Drew Coyle, who couldn't score, but drew the foul. She's going to get 2 from the charity stripe.
And the foul was on Souls. 1 more for Coyle tonight.
Getting back to my other point, Coach Coyle was commenting on as to how in the last week of the season, Pingree was able to draw 1 extra game up north, and that's the difference. And they won that game, and that's the difference between them coming here to Carew Hall or Our Lady Mercy Academy going 2 hours north to Pingree. He reached out to a couple people in regards to Our Lady Mercy Academy getting another game in order to try to not let that happen, however, wasn't able to do so. So Our Lady Mercy Academy, as stated, will go north to Pingree High School in the first round of state tournament.
Souls with a 3, 9-point game. Pashkowitz with a board. And with 45 seconds to go, Palmyra in possession, down by 9. That's Gilmore. It's off, and she called it. And Sophie Sacco coming back with 33 seconds left.
Good defensive transition, and Palmyra getting back on defense. Sacco, as she moved the ball up the floor, ran into that 2-3 zone, had to bring it back out and regather.
Short with the jumper. It's 15 seconds left, and Palmyra's going to get a chance. Surprised they didn't hold for 1 there?
Listen, it's under normal circumstances, maybe in state tournament play, yeah, you do hold for 1 there, so that doesn't happen.
Hines for 3. She was just behind the line. Prescott at the horn, too strong. And that is how we end the first quarter here tonight from OLMA. The Lady Villagers 13, Palmyra 7 here on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
That is the huddle, the OLMA Lady Villagers. Tonight's game brought to you by Game Changer, changing the way you watch sports on television. Game Changer, the official stat machine of BFA Sports. Download the app today on the iOS or Android operating systems and get into the game with up-to-the-second stats, video clips, highlights, and we used a whole lot of it in Florida at the softball tournament that BFA Sports was providing all of the pictures and production, including Andrew Jersky to my left, producer extraordinaire. Didn't do too well in the sun, though, Steve.
No,
he wilted.
Sun got him.
Yeah, he wilted. Palmyra in possession to start, and they immediately throw it away. Right to Dragon, so a turnover to start.
Yeah, Palmyra, if you're Palmyra, that's not what you're looking for. You have an inbound. You just drew a play up in the huddle as to what you wanted, a play you can utilize and like to go to, and unfortunately turn it over on the inbounds pass.
That's what she does best, Angie Dragon.
Yeah, we've talked about it. When she gets deep post presence like that, she's a strong young lady. She knows how to score around the rim. She's got good post moves, able to finish for 2 right there because of how deep she obtained the basketball in the post.
Score 15-7. And a foul on Sophie Sacco out top, so it'll be Panthers possession along the sideline. Gilmore gets it in. That was Sauls, almost threw it away at the timeline. Alma bench wanted a backcourt violation, didn't get it.
Yeah, we've seen Madeline Bernhardt jump that guard, anticipate and jump that guard-to-guard pass quite a bit. Just a step late on that one.
Dragon came up with the loose one. It winds up in Coyle's hands. Sacco faked the 3, kicked out. Prescott's open. She'll take it.
Yeah, that's exactly where she made the three-pointer to start the game on Alma's first bucket of the contest. Let's make another one from the same spot to start the second.
She's got 10 of the 18 for the Lady Villagers. In double figures, leads all scorers. And it's an 11-point lead for Alma. Nice give and go in the third pass. Pashkowitz, though, in trouble, lost it. Bad shot. Up we go back to offense, and here is Drew Coyle. Calling for the ball. Nope. Sacco. Sophie drives, and Sophie scores.
Good move. Sophia Sacco with the left-handed dribble, able to split defenders at the top of the zone. And when she splits defenders, she finds herself 8-10 feet away in the paint for a little right-handed floater. Down it went.
Lauren to sister Amanda. Give and go. Amanda, no call. She didn't go over her feet. Shot no good. Rebound, Drew Coyle. Outlet. Maddie Bernhardt Defense to offense, and 2 more for OLMA.
Yeah, you caught it. Good defensive stand turns into offensive transition. Madeline Bernhardt leaks from the weak side as she notices and sees Coyle obtaining the floorboard. Coyle didn't miss her. She found her, and Bernhardt laid it in for 2.
Largest lead for the Villagers. That shot no good. Floorboard. Here comes Savannah Prescott. Here comes Savannah Prescott. Left hand too strong, but Dragone follows.
Yeah, really good job by Angie Dragone right there. Not assuming that Prescott's just going to make the layup in transition. Prescott unable to get the left hand to go, but because of Dragone's hustle on the weak side, she runs the floor, gets the offensive rebound, and put back for 2.
OLMA's on a 9-0 run here, and they lead by 17. Pashkowitz again comes up empty. Sacco's got a board. Long outlet. Prescott, no numbers, but she'll take it anyway, and she'll go to the line, and that's the 4th team foul for the Panthers this half.
Yeah, when Our Lady Mercy Academy gets their defensive tempo up and when they're able to pressure the opposing team, they get stops or they get turnovers, more importantly, and they turn over defensive turnovers in the offensive transition. And when they're playing that style of basketball, they're really tough to beat. The possession before, it started with a floorboard by Sacco and a good throw-out pass by her. This time it's the turnover, up ahead to Prescott. She draws the foul.
We've seen nights where Savannah Prescott was rather cold from the field and the free throw line and kind of just jinxed her, but she's got 11 points. It's 25-7. And now back to the bench, and this is Savannah. That's Ariana Feedy's coming in.
Yeah, Ariana Fetty does another young lady who does a nice job coming off the bench for Our Lady Mercy Academy, giving this team really good minutes off the bench. She also one of those players that covers the other team's best player or best scorer, and when she's able to give Coyle a break.
So let's fix this now. I call her something different all the time. It's Fetty, not Feedy, right?
I believe it's Ariana Fetty.
Fetty, all right. Should have asked her. Pull up, in and out. Dragone goes high to get it on the ground. Nice rebound from Angie. Finds Drew Coyle, and tough shot. Good defense. Amanda Gilmore to seal that. And now some numbers if they want it, but no, because great defense by Sacco got into the face of Kylie Hines, who has 3 of the 7 for the Panthers. This is Gilmore. Pull up, 3, no good. Sacco's got a rebound. Look how well the Villagers also box as Dragone runs the floor along with Maddie Bernhardt. And yeah, Coach Brady needs the timeout.
Fundamental transition basketball. We get a defensive rebound. We outlet it to Bernhardt. 2-on-1 fast break. Bounce pass to Dragone for 2.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
No better place to get your next car or truck than the RK Auto Group. Delsey Drive at Vineland, RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, RK Subaru. They are the RK Auto Group, and Mr. Jim G. And he told me to say it's the tagline, we do it right.
We do it right.
That's
it's on their commercials that I've seen. That
yeah, and he says hi to you.
I appreciate that. Nobody better than Jim G. I'm telling you guys, if you're looking for a vehicle, new, used, truck or car, whatever, go see Jim G because they are the best, and they do it right.
Do it right. Bad pass, Drew Coyle. OLMA up by 20 with 3:45 to go. They are currently on a 20-zip run. It was 16-7 when Kylie Hines hit a three-pointer to make it 16-7. Since then, OLMA's gone out, and they've opened this lead 27-7.
Yep, 20-point lead for the Villagers. The first quarter.
Whoops. Travel and Fetty.
Yeah, the first quarter, Our Lady Mercy Academy got off to a really hot start, was up 8-0. And like you said, Palmyra found a way to settle into the basketball game a little bit and answer back in the second part of that first quarter, but not so far here in the second.
Hines no good. Saul's no good. Rebound Fetty. You know what's wrong with me? It's a 20-point game. It's a 13-0 run for OLMA. Fetty right through everybody. Couldn't get the roll.
Yeah, I knew you'd catch yourself, buddy.
Yeah. Prescott in the paint. Fetty with a right leg kick, and the three spills out. Rebound underneath. Aldridge missed it. Into the game for Angie Dragone. And Palmyra in possession with 2:53 to go.
Either way you look at it, a 20-point lead in the middle of the second is still a pretty good job here by the Our Lady of Mercy Academy Villagers.
Kylie Hines bottled up. Gilmore, foul called. And it looks like it's going to be on Drew Coyle, and that is the 13th foul for OLMA. The very best of high school basketball here on BFA Sports. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, the crew here tonight for OLMA's final regular season match against the Panthers of Palmyra, coming in at 16-9 and a 9-1 Patriot League record.
Yeah, they're running into an Our Lady Mercy Academy team that's playing really good defense in here tonight, however.
It was a good move by Pashkowitz, but no good. But she's going to earn her trip to the free throw line. That foul is going to be on Ariana Fetty.
Yeah, she's going to earn a trip to the free throw line because of her persistence and activity on the offensive glass. Had a first put back. That one was partially blocked. Got an opportunity to get a second, and thus the foul.
One more for the sophomore Anna Pashkowitz.
A little bit of an unusual pre-free throw routine. However, when you watch the follow through and the delivery, she certainly gets it to work for her.
Aldridge tracks down that loose board, and with 2:20 to go, the run ends at 13, but the lead is still 19. Prescott, the lead is 21.
Yeah, good dribble drive right there. Gets herself with the left hand from the right wing. Left hand all the way into the paint. Floater off the backboard for two. Got it, did Savannah Prescott. Partner, I don't know if you noticed who just walked in the gym, but a good friend of ours, Mr. Keith Pallick, just walked in the gymnasium.
From the other side? Oh, there he is. The Jason Kelsey beard look. Foul underneath. This is a non-shooting foul. 15th foul, though, for the Panthers. That was on Amanda Gilmore. So Amanda, number 4, is the sophomore, and the senior is number 11, Lauren. Meanwhile, back to the bench for OLMA. Fetty out, Angie Dragone in. Minute 45 to go. Open three. Bernhardt, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a really good inbounds play right there. They run Madeline Bernhardt to the corner off a block screen. The defender can't get all the way out to her because the ball side where they inbounded it from gets thrown to the weak side. Open and knock down a three with the Bernhardt.
Lauren Gilmore answers with a three. She's on the board. 32-11 with a minute 20 left in the first half here tonight. Dragone, that's inside the line, too strong. Rebound fought for Coyle's three from straight out, no good, and the rebound kicks all the way out to the Palmyra bench. It'll be Panther ball with a minute 12 to go.
Yeah, good offensive set there by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Had a good look. Palmyra, however, with a good answer after the Bernhardt three with a Gilmore three of their own.
Roll no good from Amanda Gilmore, and a Dragone rebound with 50 seconds left. Nice ball movement by the Villagers.
Yeah, that's quality basketball right there. That's a really good offensive set against the zone. We've talked time and time again. Foul line area is one way to beat it. Short corner on the baseline, halfway between the lane and the sideline, is a short corner. That's another good spot because the defense goes to the ball. On the short corner, you find that high post player from the foul line dropping to the basket.
We're down to 20 seconds left. Last possession for OLMA here in the half, and they have done everything right.
Yeah, they've really put a good second quarter together here.
This was a 6-point game at the end of the quarter. Prescott, a kick out, and it's too high, and Drew Coyle was flat-footed, and she couldn't come up with that high pass, and with 3.5 seconds left, Palmyra with one last chance.
Yeah, she was tied up in the corner there a little bit, and she didn't have any room to move off of the post player. Therefore, the pass to her was contested, and you're right, she was flat.
Steve Westcott into the game. That's the end of the first half.
Got to protect our equipment here, partner.
Oh, yeah. 34-11 is our halftime score here on BFA, the final OLMA broadcast of the regular season.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
34-11, our halftime scores. We get ready to start the third quarter. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, BFA Sports crew here. This was a 6-point game at the end of the first quarter. OLMA just went into another gear and a major run to create the space.
Yeah, they played really good defense in both quarters, actually. They were able to get themselves out in transition and finish. In the first quarter, PALMYRA started to answer a little bit, got their feet wet into the basketball game. However, in the second quarter, that wasn't the case. Our Lady Mercy Academy put together a really good quarter and stretched it out to 23, which is what it currently is now.
So one of the few times we've been here broadcasting OLMA basketball, the shots are going down from the field.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, because they're doing it in transition, they're doing it with some inside-outside threats. We talked about a high-low play. We talked about a short corner play into the foul line area when Aldridge dropped to the basket and she scored. And when you can do things like that on the interior, it opens up the outside game. Prescott's got a couple threes, 2 or 3 of them. If not, I know Madeline Bernhardt's got a couple. So, yes, everything is working tonight for the Villagers.
Leading scorers, Savannah Prescott, no surprise, 13 points.
Yeah, she had a really good half. She had a really good half, both inside and both from the perimeter and in transition.
And Maddie Bernhardt has 8.
Okay.
And that's mostly because of that transition. You can see I love the way that they're changing defense into offense, getting transition points, and that's why they have a big 23-point lead as we get ready to start the third quarter tonight.
And what happens in transition is this. When you're moving up the court with the speed that you're moving it at, the defense has to sprint back. And when they sprint back, they have to go all the way into the paint in order to protect the layup in transition. Well, when you do that, if the ball gets stopped and then you kick back out, everybody's sprinting to the paint, the perimeter three's open, buddy.
I love the way you described that. As we take a seat, and everybody saw us sit down in America, so thank you for that.
It's all good.
You know, it's like we blend in nicely, though, with the black, right?
Sure we do. Team gear.
Starting
BFA
5.
team gear.
That's right.
It's beautiful.
Here's Dragone, Sacco, Drew Coyle, Savannah Prescott, Maddie Bernhardt on cue.
Does the pole movement get any better than that? Partner inside the Dragone, outside the Coyle. Coyle to skip over to Bernhardt. Open for 3. Drano.
And she's in double figures, 37-11. Speaking of 11, Maddie now has 11 on the night. Gilmore from the corner, missed everything. And OLMA looking to run out, Sophie Sacco. How good is she going to be next year?
Yeah, she's going to be she's already is a really nice guard and does a really nice job for this Villager basketball team. A little bit of an unsung hero in the sense of, after Bernhardt and Coyle and Dragone and, every once in a while you forget about Sacco, but don't sleep on her because she's a player.
Lauren Gilmore, no good. Offensive board. And we try it again. Pashkowitz, she's had a lot of opportunity tonight, but they've all been like that, either rejected or altered, and that's a block for Angie Dragone.
Yeah, it just seems like every time PALMYRA attempts to complete a pass, it's like they're seeing 8 Villagers. We know there's only 5 on the floor, but it seems like everybody's always in the passing lane, jumping a passing lane, and they're just hesitant in their ball movement, just hesitant in their attempts to finish. And because of it, Our Lady Mercy Academy is really D'ing up and getting a good outcome here.
Kylie Hines with a real nice box out on that rebound off that miss. Meanwhile, there's nice Prescott, and then she got bumped. I think the foul is going to be called on Angelina Sauls.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw the reaction by Coach Cooley, and I thought maybe, did the official come up with something else? But no, he got it right.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Little bump. It was only because of Coach Coyle's reaction.
Because he pointed like it was going to be their ball, but he actually pointed where it was going to be inbound, I believe.
Okay.
Look at Angie Dragone spinning. That's her game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. She's got great post moves. And when she's able to back a defender into the post and get it that deep, we've talked about it time and time again. She's just a tough stop. You just can't stop her in there.
Look at the hustle by Coyle to track that down and keep it alive.
Perfect example of what we talked about in the first half, right? Our Lady Mercy Academy with the hustle and leaving it all out on the floor. Gives them every ample opportunity to win. Coyle just put it on display there again.
Sauls commits another foul in the backcourt, trying to swipe Sophie Sacco. And Coach Brady has to go to the bench. So this is Kiana Watson. She is a senior. Number 10 into the ball game. For Sauls, equipped up 2 quick fouls.
She was having
Prescott, that's a step back 3, partner.
She was having some pregame fun prior to the game, singing and dancing to the music, to the intros prior to the game. So keep singing. I'm about to give you a headset, young lady.
Oh, nice. That's nice, too.
Yeah, Madeline Bernhardt, when you talk about things that are nice, her jump shot, her perimeter jump shot, especially from three-point range, is as good a jump shot and as good a release as you'll find.
And also, you always find Keith Bernhardt from Tri-City Kitchen sitting there, no reaction. As soon as Maddie drains a three, I look over, no reaction. Now she's underneath for an easy two, no reaction.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's talking to his family behind him like, I know she's got this.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Madeline Bernhardt is a really, really special player, really good player.
Tremendous. Great seeing her. Under 5 to go in the third. Gilmore's three, no good. That's another thing, too. The open shots for Palmyra aren't going down either. That's why this is a 33-point lead right now.
Yeah, and Our Lady Mercy Academy is taking advantage, not taking advantage, of doing a really good job on the defensive glass. They're not giving Palmyra many, if at all, second opportunities or third opportunities. They're rebounding, getting a defensive rebound and getting it out in transition.
Substitutions, Sacco to the bench. Aldridge back into the game. So Aldridge and Dragone in the game at the same time.
Yeah, that's their what they call their bigger lineup, if you know what I mean. They have two forwards on the floor rather than four guards and one forward.
Angie Dragone wanted to know why that was no foul.
Yeah, I think she thought she was going to get a free pass at an easy bucket, and in the meantime, the Palmyra player said, no, not in this one. Dragone wanted a foul, none called. It'll be Our Lady Mercy Academy basketball.
How about Prescott? Dribble drive, no good. Offensive board for Aldridge.
Good job by Allison Aldridge. Another one of those young ladies that could be a factor in that state tournament if she can give the Villagers a good effort there.
How Prescott was able to come out of that is amazing. Look at the pressure defense, and she got it out, and you could see it was not going unnoticed by that OLMA bench.
Yeah, because she was double-teamed, both up by Coach Coyle, a little bit higher on the sideline, and then she was able to track down the loose ball as they attempted to tip it away, but she out-hustled the Palmyra High School kids and obtained a loose ball and kept possession for the Villagers.
Brain trust there, Doug Stefano, Brian Coyle, and our favorite Tom McCarville. I know I'm missing one. Tanasia Russell, I'm sorry. Yep, sorry, Tanasia. 3:45 to go. Sacco bumped, and the ball will stay with OLMA. A little contact from Kylie Hines. Scores for Palmyra in the first half. Sauls with 3. Laura Gilmore has 3. Hines has 3. And Pashkowitz has 2. That's the complete offense tonight for Palmyra, and that is a foul out top. And that's on Watson. That's her first, but more importantly, that's the team fourth already with 3:40 to go here in the third.
Yeah, they're struggling to cover Our Lady Mercy Academy. Our Lady Mercy Academy is running some good sets and they're getting a lot accomplished against this zone.
Another offensive board. 3.5 to go. Here's Drew Coyle switching hands. Not there, but Angie Dragone is there, and she's having the game of her life.
Yeah, she's having a good one in here tonight, that's for sure. After coming off a good one where the other night she had 12 points and 16 rebounds, I believe I saw.
Well, she just doubled her output for points as Watson misses a 3 badly. She's got 12, 6 in this quarter, but then threw that ball away. But now she follows it up. She's going to take it to the basket. Missed it. And rebound fought for, and that is a tie-up between Prescott and Hines. Palmyra will get possession. Under 3 to go here in the third, and that scoreboard does not lie. 46-11. OLMA really putting it on a Palmyra team that came into this contest 9-1 in their division and 16-9 overall. And the question has to be asked is, and I think you touched on it earlier, what competition does this Palmyra team see versus the competition that OLMA sees?
Well, the competition, no one's going to see better competition than what OLMA sees. We talked about how many unbelievably talented and the quality of teams that are in their division. Palmyra's is nothing like that. However, Palmyra is suffering from a couple injuries, and make no mistake about it, this score is what it is because Our Lady Mercy Academy is putting a really good effort forth and wanting to go into the saying we want to go into the state tournament and go up north and give ourselves a chance to win. It's going to start with a good effort in here, and that's what they're giving Coach Coyle.
That foul is on Aldridge, which is going to send Hines to the free throw line. That's an interesting 8-9 matchup. Pinkery School, it's in Basking Ridge. That's the playoff matchup that OLMA draws, the 8-9 matchup. But that winner will get the number 1 seed, St. John Vianney.
Yeah, who's ranked nationally.
Yeah,
they're the
you
ones,
told me they had a big national win, too, right?
they're the 1 seed for a reason, because even number 2 in non-public B, which is Paul VI, is ranked nationally as well. So, you know, Our Lady of Mercy Academy in the second round is going to have their hands full, but they're going to worry about that bridge. They're going to cross that bridge when they get to it. It's going to go up north and take a good effort to beat a Pingree team who has a really good scoring guard and a post player that is better than average. She can score as well. Little bit on the athletic side, not necessarily inside presence like you would see a Dragon. However, but she's more of like a perimeter player that can get some things accomplished and can score herself. So they're going to be facing a scoring guard and a scoring big, and they're going to have to do a good job. It's going to take a total team effort, and hopefully Our Lady of Mercy Academy's depth can wear down the Pingree squad, and they can come with a big South Jersey State tournament win on the road.
Paging Angie Dragon, maybe?
Yes, absolutely.
That's going to be her responsibility, I'm sure. Look at Prescott all the way.
Yeah, at Our Lady of Mercy Academy, because of the ball rotation and because of the good offensive sets against the zone that they're running, also now starting to, not now, but have been finding dribble penetration gaps against that zone and have been exploiting them as well tonight.
She's got 17. Hines lost the dribble. Prescott again. 19.
Yeah, she's having herself a night, both on the defensive and offensive ends.
Look at this play by Drew Coyle.
She just never stops.
Fetty to the basket. No good. Rebound, Palmyra with a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, she just never stops. You ever hear those phrase, there's never a dull moment? There's never a dull second when you're playing against Our Lady of Mercy Academy. Because every time you think you can take a deep breath and catch your breath, Our Lady of Mercy Academy's got somebody coming for the basketball. They got somebody hitting the glass, or they got somebody diving on the floor for a loose ball. Never a dull second with Our Lady of Mercy Academy. Quality, credit to their players and the coaching staff.
Pashkowitz. And we got an OLMA timeout at the 1:08 mark of the third. And a 50-13 score here at OLMA. And I just forgot what I was going to say, so it must not have been that important.
Well, I think Coach Coyle calls a timeout here because he just wants to settle his kids down and say, hey, listen, there's not going to be much time left in this contest for our starters. I wouldn't even be surprised if he wants to run a play that he may need to run in what you mentioned earlier in regards to taking the last shot. We're going to do this, this, and this, and we're going to run it down to the 10-second mark. Then we're going to start our play and call our play. We want a shot with about 4 or 5 left. If we get the opportunity, if there is an opportunity for offensive rebound and put back, so if not, this is where we want it. But he wants to execute a play that he may need next week in the state tournament right here in regards to holding the basketball.
I know what I was going to say.
Go ahead.
So, and just like that, it's going again. No, I'm just kidding. You want to wait to go here in the third. The style that Brian Coyle has taken in, you can see some similarities from last year and some differences. Let's talk about the similarities first. The tenacious defense and the adjustable, I guess we'll call it the amoeba defense, because some days it's man-to-man, some days it's a matchup zone.
Yeah, and it's different because last year's defense used to run every play for the opposing team. They used to run 2 players to the ball and look to jump passing lanes and get steals that way. This year it's a little bit different. This year they play good, solid man-to-man. They'll double once in a while, but they also when teams come off screens, they're switching a lot on the outside. And a lot of teams don't pick it up because whether it's the matchup zone or whether it's man, opposing teams can't tell.
It was Aldridge with the left hand, by the way, off that set play. And this is now 52-13. Then we got a block. Now let's talk about the obvious difference from last year, and that's the offensive pace.
Yeah, and it's a different. They still like to get themselves out in transition, and they're still good at getting themselves out in transition. However, the biggest difference on the offensive end is what they do in the half-court set. They used to like to get a lot of shots up and just think the theory to percentages, the ball's going to go in. Yeah. The formula of that combined with this many rebounds and, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This year, they've settled it down. They still run good sets and they still look to score a lot. However, they run sets and they want higher percentage shots, not more quality shots, not number of shots. And they've gotten better with it as the year's gone on, and they do a really nice job on both ends of the floor, does the Villagers.
OLMA by 39. The fourth quarter's next.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
OLMA Basketball here on BFA is brought to you by Tri-City Kitchen Elevations. Raise your expectations. Tri-City Kitchen Elevations, Keith Bernhardt, proud sponsor of BFA sports coverage of OLMA Basketball. And yes, he is related to Maddie.
Yes.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by the Delaware Bluecoats. Delaware Bluecoats, the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. See tomorrow's stars today down in Wilmington at bluecoats.team. Drew Coyle's three to start the fourth rattles in.
Yeah, Joy Coyle knocking down a three. She hasn't had herself really involved in the scoring column tonight, but she's done everything else as we've talked about all year. She does everything on the basketball floor. This time's open in the corner and says, you know what, let me get myself in the scoring column just a little more. I'm going to knock this three down.
Pashkowitz, no good off the glass. Aldridge has a rebound. OLMA looking to run again. Coyle to the middle, nice dish. Bernhardt follows, can't get it, gets her board. Prescott will fire up a three. That misses everything. And Bernhardt with a floorboard will go up for two, and she is fouled by Pashkowitz.
Yeah, good job on the offensive end. Madeline Bernhardt misses her shot opportunity. Our Lady Mercy Academy gets a rebound, kicks it back out to the corner. Prescott can't get that three to go, but Bernhardt gets the rebound on the weak side. Draws the foul. Is now at the charity stripe shooting
one. She made one.
She made one.
Is that your,
now
your Dave Zinkoff? You channeling your Dave Zinkoff?
Listen, I'm just listening.
Yeah. Two more for Maddie Bernhardt. 18 for her. And you see the score at the bottom of the screen. A minute gone here in the fourth. OLMA getting ready for their playoff matchup next week. Bernhardt again. Did everything right but score. Loose ball kicks out of there. Here's Prescott. Put it on the floor. Missed it. Follows it up.
She never stops. She just never stops running. She's active. She's the
Ooh. How about Gilmore with a swat of Dragone? But Angie gets it back on the miss. Still battling. Ball on the ground. And Prescott comes away with it. I don't know if they're out hustling Palmyra. It's just that they're getting the bounces.
Yeah, they're scrappy themselves. And I think Coach Sean Brady in the huddle said, listen, let's just not go out like this. You know what I mean? I know things that haven't gone our way in here tonight, but let's at least scrap. Let's at least play. Let's at least keep the fight up. And Palmyra came out in his fourth quarter and is trying to do just that.
Pashkowitz fouls Dragone. Chance for a three-point play. And to the bench goes Brian Coyle. Maddie Bernhardt out. Savannah Prescott out. Ariana Fetty is in.
Yeah, and one of the biggest problems for Palmyra High School is they just can't get a defensive rebound. I mean, the play's been down here because of the offensive rebounds by the Villagers for a good while now, and the start of this fourth.
And Drew Coyle in. Sorry.
Yep.
Bad pass stolen. OLMA possession, 6:15 to go.
And
Sacco.
And I think one by one you'll see the Villagers go into the bench here. They've done everything in here they needed to do tonight. They needed to put a good effort forth. They needed to get some confidence about themselves entering the state tournament. And good way to do it when you're at home in your final home game, when you know you're going to travel next week and go try to upset somebody up north.
Out of bounds. Ball will stay with Palmyra. 6 minutes left. The score 59 for OLMA tonight.
Fetty and Sacco on the floor right now who didn't start this contest because remember Aldridge started in place of Sacco. So there's two reserves that are out there now, and you're going to see a couple more as each second ticks here.
Watson, she's 0 for 3 from the field. Rebound, Angie Dragone. And this is Sacco. Feel like talking to Coach after the game?
Sure we could.
Dragone strong to the basket. She found something tonight, and she is taking over. She's got 18.
Yeah, Prescott, Dragone, and Bernhardt have certainly had a nice night in here tonight, my friend.
Meanwhile, Pashkowitz will go to the line on the foul by Allison Aldridge.
Good offensive possession this time by Palmyra High School. Ball goes from the right wing back to the top of the key, rotates completely to the other side. They find Pashkowitz coming down the paint from the foul line area.
Tonight's game brought to you by Premier Orthopedic Associates with 8 convenient locations in South Jersey. Go from discovery to recovery just like that. You can visit us at poasnj.com. And by, there's another one there, I know. There it is, Jim G. He snuck one in there.
There it is.
The RK Auto Group at rkautogroup.com. RK Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru of Vineland. Our good friend Jim G. We do it right.
Really good moment right there for the villagers of Our Lady Mercy Academy. Coyle, Aldridge, Dragone all come out of the game at the same time. Our Lady Mercy Academy fans acknowledging their seniors in their last home game.
So Kristen Wareham, the sophomore, number 23, is into the game along with Fetty. And then you've got Riley Gemberling, who really spelled Dragone this year when Dragone got in foul trouble early. And Allie Capalbo, the freshman, number 14. Those are the 5 on the floor now for Brian Coyle in a game where the issue is probably not in doubt. 61-15. Gilmore, 3-2 strong. And rebound Sophie Sacco. And believe it or not, I think they're going to call a double dribble.
Yeah, and I think it's a good one, unfortunately. Sacco dribbled it on the bounce on the defensive rebound. And then after dribbling it, bounce in order to control it, she started to dribble again, and thus the double.
How about Sophie Sacco with the most experience on the floor right now for OLMA?
Yeah, absolutely, because she's had some starts this year, or most of the year, I should say, other than a couple that Aldridge has had. But we have Riley Gemberling into the game now too, and she's done a nice job in coming off the bench at that forward spot. So
yeah, we talked about that, and spelling Angie, especially when Angie got into some foul trouble.
Yeah,
quality minutes for Gemberling this year.
Aldridge and Gemberling were huge in coming off the bench for them because allowing the drop off to be not as severe, let's say.
4:28 to go in the fourth, and then it's on to Pinkery. If you're headed up there, Basking Ridge, New Jersey's the site. Leave early and prepare to sit in traffic. Ooh, Watson just hammered Fetty. No call, but no matter. There's a 3 from the corner, and it's Gemberling.
Right on cue, huh, partner? We just talked about how many minutes she's getting and how many good minutes she's getting off the bench. What's she do? She comes off the bench, gets herself spotted open in the corner, and knocks down a 3 on the assist from Fetty.
This is about ready to be a half-century deficit for Palmyra if they don't score here.
Yeah, and there's just not any answers, unfortunately, that Coach Sean Brady and Palmyra have had tonight. And he knows he's outmanned. He knows he's outmatched in here, and Our Lady Mercy Academy came in and made sure that
Pashkowitz to the line. Foul is on Gemberling. You had mentioned Pashkowitz's free throw.
Our Lady Mercy Academy was hoping tonight that Maddie Bernhardt could have gotten her 100th three-pointer of her career as a junior. She is one shy. However, she's on the bench now with the lead the way it is. So we're hoping and anticipating that will happen at Pingree High School. That's a big-time accomplishment to make 100 threes in 3 years. She's keeping in mind she's only a junior.
And how many she need?
One more.
Is
what I'm being told. I don't know if that's right or wrong.
Who told you that?
Listen. The phone comes through. It says it text. And
The guy in the red jacket tell you that?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
No. I have his name on contact.
How about Riley Gemberling from the other side?
Wants to get herself in the scoring column and let everybody out there know.
You know, it's funny because that's someone that's never texted you before, because look what it says underneath it, report junk.
I don't even know what that means.
That means that you don't have to accept it because they never sent you anything before. As soon as you say okay, now they can text you. Haha.
I don't even know what that means. You must be a phone guy. Do you have anything to do with phones?
Maybe.
Huh?
No, technology, yeah.
Me, I don't know what I'm doing.
I want to know who that is. There's a foul on Watson, and that's going to put Olma on the free throw line. I don't know, with about 3 minutes to go in the fourth. That's the answer.
You showed me at halftime. That's what you had to say to whoever was getting hold of you.
That's a scam, though. The one I showed you is the scam.
You got to be careful with them scams.
As a matter of fact, she called me Kevin, I believe, this scam artist.
Gemberling knocks down the first of two. She's only been in the game for a minute, partner, but if I'm not mistaken, that's 6 already.
Yeah. Do you hear 7?
I'm going with yes.
All right.
Count this bad boy.
Count it. Oof. With a little roll. Olma by 52
like it
tonight.
Was meant to be, partner.
52 over Palmyra. They are beating a team that is going to go into the postseason as a 3 seed in their group playoff. Are they a group 2, Palmyra?
I'm not sure. I know I said earlier I thought they might be a 1. I wonder if Palmyra's group 1. I'm going to say 1, but I'm not 100% sure of that. So.
2:50 to go. So loading the bench, Coach Brady does.
Good job by him as well.
22 is Michaela Mangiano. We'll call her Mangano. Number 3 is Cam DeMayo, and that was her drawing the foul, going to the basket.
Mangano would be correct, partner. That's the way it was.
Oh, what's the woman that sells the mops? Oh, Joy. That's it, Joy Mangano. On TV.
I'm passing
you just gave me a look.
Passing on this conversation. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you
I'm going to pass.
Oh, come on. What's her? Joy Mangano. What's wrong with you?
A lot, but
you don't,
that's
you
a
don't
whole
keep
nother,
up on current events.
That's a whole nother show.
Dude,
what's wrong with me?
Shop Joy Mangano. See?
Okay, there you go.
That one. All right. Out of control with that shot. Erin McGonigal into the game, number 11. Talbo still in there.
What's wrong with me?
That's
a Dr. Phil episode.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
That's not.
Katie Raschuti in there, freshman. And that was Raschuti chasing that down, but Watson comes away with it. Picks it up. Mangano blocked in the paint. 2 minutes to go. Look at Watson going floor to floor and got a hand on that pass.
Yeah,
I believe that's a 0.
It is. It was a number, but it's taped over, and yes, it's 0.
And do we have a 0? Okay.
Clara Cannoli.
You're kidding me.
Not cannoli. Don't get excited. Cannoli. Not cannoli.
Cannoli. Okay. Well, a certain someone who's probably not watching anyway.
You'll be hitting the bakery first thing.
It's my wife's maiden name. There's DeMayo for 2. Minute 28 to go. So, all right, prospects going into this game. You kind of touched on it briefly. Pingree has an above-average post player and an above-average ball handler. Is that
both
correct?
can score a little bit. Both can get themselves into the scoring column and get a lot accomplished on the scoreboard. They're going to be the 2 tough players. Talking to Coach Coyle earlier, right, he likes his chances, and he thinks Drew Coyle can handle the job on the guard. It's going to have to be Dragone probably in the forward spot. Fetty will come off the bench in order to spell that defensive responsibility on the guard. But Our Lady of Mercy Academy thinks they have a good game plan going in, according to Coach Coyle. And, you know, hey, listen, there's a lot of good reasons as to why they like their chances going up there next week.
So it's Pingree, P-I-N-G-R-Y. As we have minute 10 to go. And we'll wind up with this one. So let's look ahead here. So it's New Jersey High School Sports. see what we have. A lot of wins in the middle of the season. They have a similar record. They have 15-10, and that is exactly where OLMA is going to be.
After tonight, correct.
And Pingree is not in action anymore. So they've had 8 days to sit and prepare for OLMA. That game, 4:15, non-public A. With a minute left. Oh, Gemberling missed everything. And we have
into the final minute here. Really good job by the Villagers tonight.
Again, they did everything right.
And they got themselves out. They started with a great start. They got themselves out to an 8-0 lead, if you recall. PALMYRA got a few things accomplished there in the second half of the first quarter, but then it was all OLMA.
That is not a kickball. The pass went out on Cam DeMayo.
Knee or above, correct? That's not a kick.
Well, not even intentional.
No, correct.
Yeah, it's got to be intentional. I don't know, is it the knee or the thigh if you extend the thigh? If you extend it, I think intentionally, it's a kickball violation, right? That's what I would call. Now you got me thinking. And that's not a good thing. 25 seconds left. 3 goes through.
Yeah, Kristen Wareham, I tell you what, she makes her name for herself at the JV level so far this year, but when she gets opportunities in the varsity level, she's gotten some things accomplished here late in contests to show her coaching, her teammates and her coaching staff that she can get some things done offensively as well. Kristen Wareham for 3.
Clara Cannoli open. That will end it. 73, OLMA's largest offensive output of the season by far. They beat PALMYRA 73-20. It's over. The season's over. The postseason is next, and we'll talk to Coach Brian Coyle when we come back right here on BFA.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Carew Hall here on the campus of Our Lady Mercy Academy. 73-20 is your final in here tonight as Our Lady Mercy Academy able to beat PALMYRA High School. Join us for a couple minutes here, and we're fortunate that he is Coach Coyle. Coach, give us a little bit about tonight.
It just felt good to kind of wrap up the regular season in our last home game, and just felt good to put up some points, and it was just a pleasure to watch the girls. You know, we preach all year about just continue to play together and try to rack up as many assists as we can every night, and you saw they did a good job of that tonight.
Right, correct. Good job by you guys. So now that this regular season's over, right, your seniors' last home game in here tonight, even though senior night was a couple weeks back, right? Tell us your thoughts in the season as a whole, you know, in regards from opening day against Absegami away, took one on the chin, but tell us about how you think your girls have answered back.
We've grown a ton this year. You know, we preached at the beginning of the year we wanted to build a good culture. We wanted them to play together and just get it better as the season goes on. And they've done that throughout. Listen, we played a great schedule. We knew that's how it was going to be from the beginning of the year. We just wanted to make sure that we progressed throughout the year. And I said, we're going to play a hard schedule, but, you know, would you want it any other way? We want to become better players. You want to play the best. We played the best. We just little by little, every day we got better. The girls never got down because we have a lot of competitors. We competed every night. And that's all we asked of them. You know, they're just a great group of kids who work hard. They care about each other. They have fun together. Our senior leadership is phenomenal. So I'm just happy with the progress. My goal every year I've ever coached is to be better by the end of the year, and we certainly are.
Okay, so now that we're better by the end of the year, we know what's next.
Yes.
Right? We're going to travel up north a couple hours. When I say we, I mean the Villagers of Our Lady Mercy Academy. You have a matchup with Pingree in a 9-8 game up north a couple hours away.
Yeah.
What are you anticipating? What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, we're anticipating a good game. They have a really good guard that can score. They have a nice post player who's athletic, and they have some good complementary players. But in my opinion, if we come and play the way we've been playing all year based on the kids we competed, you know, it's certainly a game that we can win. And listen, I believe in our kids, just the way they play and how hard they play. You know, we know we're going to go up there, and I know they're going to play hard. But I believe in them. I hope they believe, and I believe that they believe in one another. So I think it'll be a great game, but it's certainly a game that we can win. We wish it was home. But, you know, like I said to the girls, we want to get in the playoffs, try to win a playoff game, and then after that we'll just see what happens.
Well, I can tell you this. BFA Sports certainly believes you, and it's been a pleasure to telecast your games all year long. We really appreciate you having us, and we're certainly going to be rooting for you. So
we appreciate it. Everything you guys have done for us is top-notch, first class. I get a ton of compliments from people outside of OLMA that just say how first class the production is. It's obviously the best in South Jersey. We're fortunate enough to have the best in South Jersey do our games. And, you know, so, you know, shout out to you guys, and obviously thank all the people that sponsored us to make this happen. And it's great for the kids. It's great for the families to be able to see the kids play. And listen, I asked the kids, do you watch film on Huddle? Like, no, Coach, we don't watch Huddle. We watch BFA.
Well, there it is.
So there you go.
Well, tell them
all
we
right?
appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, the 15-10 Our Lady of Mercy Academy Villagers are heading 2 hours north to Pingree High School in a 9-8 matchup and hopefully upset Pingree High School on the road in the South Jersey State playoffs.
Thanks, Steve.
Take care. We'll be back with Chris Lozzi for a season, a tonight's recap, and a season recap in just 1 minute.
First-year coach, Brian Coyle, he comes in here. The schedule is mammoth from the year before where they reorganized the Cape Atlantic. 15-10, and they're going to the postseason.
Yeah, 15-10, but make no mistakes about it. It's because of that division. I mean, they could be 20-5 if they played in any other kind of division. Our Lady Mercy Academy is a quality basketball team. Their head coach, who just joined us, is a quality person and a quality head coach. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked if Our Lady Mercy Academy goes 2 hours north and comes up with a victory in the South Jersey State playoff game.
Well, why not? It's the closest of the matchups. It's an 8-9 matchup in the non-public A. So let's put a wrap on the season. From what we've seen some good, we've seen some bad. But overall, we have seen a maturation process right before our eyes in one number 35, Angie Dragone.
Yes, I mean, and she's a senior forward for this Voyager squad, and a maturation process in not only this year but in her 4-year career. I mean, when you think of where she came from as a freshman and where she is today, committing to Catholic University and having the kind of season she's having, it's a credit to herself, it's a credit to her family. She's a great young student athlete, great young lady, and she deserves all of the recognition and accolades that she gets.
We could spotlight some other players quickly. Savannah Prescott.
Savannah Prescott does a nice job at the point guard spot. She's a tough cover because of her speed, but let's make no mistake about it. This team is led by Drew Coyle, another senior along with Dragone. This team takes Drew Coyle's persistence. They take her doggedness mentality. They take her effort, and that's what makes up this entire group that you just heard Coach Coyle talk about, and a good group it is.
The future, only 3 seniors are leaving this team. Maddie Bernhardt is coming back. Sophie Sacco is coming back. They've got a lot of promise to have another good run, but let's leave it for next year because we still got more business to do in the postseason.
Yeah, and I know I'll be rooting for them next week.
Yeah, we will too. So that's it from us here at Carew Hall. BFA Sports ends another season of OLMA Basketball here. We want to thank all of our sponsors, whether it would be Keith Bernhardt at Tri-City Kitchens, whether it would be Jim G. at RK Auto Group, and, of course, Dr. Dwyer, Dr. Manalpin, and the great folks at Premier Orthopedics. On behalf of all of them, we want to thank you. So our people we've had all year, we've had Charles Hope on the camera, we've had Nick Penz on the camera. Was that one girl? She only wanted to call herself Rebecca. We had her on the camera. All kinds of. We had Ryan Schumacher, Andrew Jersky, of course, Drew Stasic, Al Fisher, all of them. And as far as Doug being the executive producer, along with Al and Brian Murray, my good friend Steve Westcott.
My pleasure.
A lot of
My
stuff.
pleasure to do this with you.
Absolutely. Likewise, coming down the road, stay with BFA Sports. We've got more high school playoff basketball. The baseball season's coming up, and some major happenings in high school football. So this is the place to be here for all high school athletics in South Jersey. Have a great season, and we'll see you in the summer. Good night, everybody.
Take care, all.